subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello friends, welcome back to weekly update session on current banking and financial awareness. Here, these important MCQs I am covering between 15th March to 21st March, which will be useful for your upcoming examinations like banking exams and insurance exams. Friends, you can also download this lecture PDF from our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel link I have given in description section. Friends, you can also follow our channel in Instagram also. That link also you can find in description section. Now let's begin our session. Now the question says, as per the data by Reserve Bank of India as in March, India has recently surpassed which country to become the fourth largest foreign exchange reserves in the world? So as per the RBI data on March, so our Indian country has recently surpassed which country to become the fourth largest foreign exchange reserves in the world? We'll see the options. Options are A. USA, B. UAE, C. Russia, D. Japan. In none of these. Friends, our India's foreign exchange reserves surpassed Russia's. So we surpassed Russia's to become the world's fourth largest reserve. So now our India became the fourth largest reserve in terms of foreign exchange reserves. So the foreign currency holding of India, it stood at 580 US dollars, 580 billion US dollars as on March 5th. So as per data by Reserve Bank of India. So the reserve of Russia was 580.1 billion US dollars. Now India at 580.3 billion US dollars. So overall, China has the largest reserves in terms of foreign exchange reserves, followed by Japan and Switzerland. So this entire data given by Reserve Bank of India in India, but overall data, that world data, it is published in International Monetary Fund table. So as per this question concern, the RBI, as per the RBI data, our India surpassed Russia. So now India stood on at 580.3 billion US dollars. So India became the world's fourth largest reserves. Means foreign exchange reserves are in terms of foreign exchange reserves. So India became the fourth position. Now moving on to next question. The question says, National Payment Corporation of India has launched a new application named Dash on BHIM UPI, which will act as a grievance redressal mechanism for the users of BHIM application, BHI application. Now we'll see the options. Options are UPI BHIM help, option B NPCI help, option C BHIM help, option D UPI help. Now your right answer is option D, it is UPI help. The NPCI has launched a new application. That application name is UPI help on BHIM UPI. So which will act as a grievance redressal mechanism for the users of BHIM application. So users who are using this BHIM UPI now, if they want to contact BHIM application, otherwise they are having some queries, means so their grievances. To take the grievances, this NPCI has made one application. That application name they are calling as UPI help. So through this UPI help, it will act as a grievance redressal mechanism. So our NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, it is umbrella entity of digital payments in India. You know, it is umbrella entity. So all UPI transactions are coming on same platform, that is UPI platform. So this UPI help, it is launched by NPCI on BHIM UPI. It is a redressal mechanism, complaint redressal mechanism. So right answer is option D, it is UPI help. Now coming to next question, the question says, the RBI has asked the banks to implement the image-based check truncation system. Image-based CTS, we'll call it as CTS now, it is check truncation system in all branches by which date? The RBI has asked the banks to implement the image-based check truncation system in all branches by which date? Is the options A 31st April 21, B. 31st December 2021. Option C. 30th September 2021. Option D. 30th November 2021. And in none of this. Friends, the deadline set by Reserve Bank of India for all banks branches to implement this image-based check truncation system means when this check truncation system, there won't be a physical travel of check from one place to another place. So usually we'll call it as this check truncation system. Means a check cannot travel from one bank to one branch, other bank, or one branch to other branch. So it will travel through image. So through image only it will travel through mail or image. Then one branch can scan that image and can send to their clearing center. So that process we will call it as check trunking system. But as per RBI data, so not in India, not all branches not implemented this one. No? So now RBI is saying it should implement in all bank branches. So they are given time. So that date, the last date, that is deadline date is, it is option C, 30th September 2021. So the deadline set by Reserve Bank of India for all bank branches to implement this image-based truncation system, check truncation system, it is 31st September 2021. So now when come to RBI, it is the headquarters of RBI, it is the background related to RBI, it is headquarters RBI and present governor of RBI, Shaktikant Das. It is a static part of this RBI. Now you have to remember this abbreviation also, it is CTS, it is check truncation system. So you can find on if you are having checkbook and you can find on that it will see some left side it is vertically they will write check trunking system like CTS 2020 or CTS 2021 like that. So you can find it is like that check is eligible for check truncation. Now moving on next question, the question says for the overall execution and monitoring of the Startup India Seed Fund scheme. For overall execution and monitoring of the Startup India Seed Fund scheme, government has formed an expert committee. So they are asking name the head of that expert committee. Friends, the question is simple. So recently our government of India has made one committee for monitoring this Startup India Seed Fund scheme. So they are asking name of this committee, the head of this committee. Now we'll see the options. Options are A. H.K. Mittal, B. Sanjay Kumar, C. G.D. Sinha, D. Vipul Bansal. In none of these. Hence, the government has constituted an expert advisory committee for the overall execution and monitoring of this Startup India Seed Fund scheme. So this committee would be chaired by option A is H.K. Mittal. So this committee chaired by H.K. Mittal from Department of Science and Technology. So government has took this H.K. Mittal ji as the head of this fund scheme, this Startup India Seed Fund scheme. So this is he is this expert committee advisor. He is the head of this expert committee. His name is H.K. Mittal. So option A is the right answer for this question. Now moving forward in the session, the question says government has earmarked rupees 945 crore corpus for the SISFS scheme for providing seed funding to eligible startups through eligible incubators across India. So the asking question is expand this SISFS scheme. We'll see the options. Options are A. Stand Up India Seed Fund Scheme, B. Startup India Seed Fund Scheme, C. Startup India Social Fund Scheme, D. Stand Up India Social Fund Scheme. In none of this. Friends, in the earlier question we had seen regarding this SISF, no? So thus government of India has earmarked rupees 945 crore corpus for this SISFS scheme. So abbreviation is Startup India Seed Fund Scheme. So in earlier question we didn't get any idea about the Startup India Seed Fund Scheme, no? So in this question we can see what is this SISF fund. So it is a government given some corpus, that is 945 crore rupees for providing seed funding to eligible startups through eligible incubators across India. So this scheme has been approved for the period of next 4 years. So next 4 years means starting from 2021 to 2021 to 2122 and further 3 years like that. So this scheme has been approved for the period of next 4 years, from 21 to it is 4 years, 2021 to 4 years. So when it comes to this question, the right answer is Startup India Seed Fund Scheme, SISFS. Now next question says, what is the GDP rate estimated for India by United Nations body UN Conference on Trade and Development for the year 2021? What is the expected GDP rate? So we'll see the options. Options are A 5%, B 5.8%, C 6.5%, D 6%. So the right answer is option A, it is 5%. So the UN Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, so the abbreviation you need to remember. What is that? The UN Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, has projected our India's economy to contract by 6.9% in 2020. So due to this COVID pandemic now. So however, this the UN body estimate that GDP forecast to record a stronger recovery in 2021. So they are expecting our GDP will grow by 5% for the year 2021. So the UN Conference on Trade and Development now, they are expecting our India's GDP grow by 5% for the year 2021. So it is 5%. Option A is the right answer. Now next question says, what is the projected GDP growth rate of India in calendar year 2021 as per Moody's analyst? So in earlier question it is UNCTAD now. So this question it is Moody's analyst. So they are asking GDP projection rate, growth rate. Now which are the options? Options are A 12%, B 11%, C 10%, D 13% in none of these. Friends, the Moody's analyst, they have projected the Indian economy to grow by 12% in calendar 2021. So Moody analyst, as per their analyst, our GDP growth rate is expected by 12%. Now next question says, name the new wholly owned subsidiary set up by public sector bank, Punjab National Bank, to manage its non-financial support services for credit card business. So simply for doing this credit card and other services, our Punjab National Bank has made one subsidiary company. So they set up one subsidiary company. They are asking that company name. That subsidiary company, it is only subsidiary of this Punjab National Bank. Now we'll see the options. Options are A Punjab E-Cards Limited, B Punjab E-Services Limited, C Punjab Cards India Limited, D Punjab Cards and Services Limited. In none of these. Friends, our state-run public sector bank, it is Punjab National Bank, has set up a wholly owned subsidiary, namely PNB Cards and Services Limited. Punjab Cards and Services Limited, PNB, Punjab National Bank Cards and Services Limited. So option D is the right answer for this question. So for managing their credit card business. So for managing their credit card business, they set up one company, a small company. So it is subsidiary of this their banks only. It is Punjab National Bank subsidiary company. That company name is PNB Cards and Services Limited. Now when it comes to static part, the headquarters of Punjab National Bank, PNB, it is New Delhi, and tagline of this Punjab National Bank, the name you bank upon. And MD and CEO of this PNB, Mallikarjun, SS Mallikarjun. Now the question says, which multinational telecommunications company in a partnership with Microsoft, Amazon Web Services and Google to develop 5G radio solutions? I'll repeat the question once again. Which multinational telecommunication company in partnership with Microsoft, Amazon Web Services and Google to develop 5G radio solution? Which are the options? Options are, these are the multinational telecommunications companies. So option A, it is Reliance, option B Samsung, option C Nokia, option D T-Mobiles. In none of these. Friends, right answer is option C, it is Nokia, and Nokia in a partnership with Microsoft, Amazon Web Services and Google to develop 5G radio solutions. That is, so it will be developed with the help of this Nokia's radio access network RAN technology. So these three companies has tied up with this Nokia, so for developing these 5G radio solutions. So if you want to know about this 5G, 5G is about to connecting things everywhere. So while enabling new use cases. It is a 5G radio access network, uses 5G ratio frequencies to provide wireless connectivity to devices to deliver these incredible applications. So it is more faster than 4G. It is advanced technology of 4G. So now 5G phones are coming now. So these three companies are working on this 5G. Let's say, just to remember, this Nokia in a partnership with Microsoft, Amazon Web Services and Google to develop this 5G radio solutions. That's it. That is enough. Now next question says, which insurance company launched the non-linked participating individual saving plan Bachat Plus plan recently? So which insurance company has launched this saving plan? The plan name is Bachat Plus plan. Which insurance company has launched this Bachat Plus plan? Now which is options? Options are A. Life Insurance Corporation of India (LIC), B. United India Insurance (UICL), C. New India Insurance Company, D. Max Life Insurance Company. In none of these. Friends, this Bachat Plus it is launched by our LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India, our state-owned insurance company. So this Bajaj Plus, it is a non-linked participating individual saving plan. So it offers protection and saving features by providing financial support for the family of deceased policy holders any time before maturity period. So the main concept, the main feature of this Bachat Plus plan is it offers protection and saving feature by providing financial support to family members who are deceased persons. They are saying it offers 1 lakh of minimum basic sum assured with no upper limit. So it comes with a maturity period around 5 years. So the basic idea, if you want to know about this Bachat Plus, you just Google it, and I'm giving this basic idea. So the policy amounts, the basic sum assured will be minimum 1 lakh, and that maturity period is 5 lakh. That you have to remember. And when it comes to static part of this question, the LIC. So LIC, it is headquarters Mumbai, and present chairman of LIC, his name is M.R. Kumarji. So M.R. Kumarji is the present chairman of LIC. And if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe my Invoting YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest notification to your mobile. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Jai Hind.